Hello everybody, it's here to you, and welcome to the finale of Link's Crossbow training. Throughout this Let's Play, we've been kind of jumping all over the place in the world of Twilight Princess. And today's episode, it is the finale. It was a pretty short adventure, all things considered, but it's been a fun one. So without further ado, let's get this started with a ranch target practice, rescue the goats from the bokoblins. Alright. It is weird seeing the design of the bokoblins in this game after playing Breath of the Wild for so long. Ah, boy, that's a fun one. So what we want to do is there's going to be some bokoblins going across this area trying to steal goats. Not exactly a nice thing at all. You can't steal a goat, that's just rude. So the thing about this level is that if they get away with the goats, then I believe you're going to lose points and things like that. So, saving the goats is going to be your top priority for this level. We missed one. Okay, we didn't lose any points, at least not from what I can tell, so maybe it's not that big of a deal, but at the same time, you don't want the goats to go away. Honestly, I kind of wish there was a moment like this in Twilight Princess, because the thing with Ordon Village and Twilight Princess is that there's really not much of a reason to go back to it. Now, the whole point of Twilight Princess is that you're leaving the small town and you're going off and exploring a big world and things like that, and that's kind of the whole point. But I kind of wish there was a reason for you to go back to Ordon Village later in the game, and I don't know, maybe something like this would happen where enemies are trying to steal the goats and things like that. Now, a bit of a controversial opinion that I have about Twilight Princess is that I actually really like the goat part when you're trying to get the goats when you're trying to wrangle the goats and things like that. I actually really like that part, and I know that Ordon Village kind of goes on for a long time. I do agree with that criticism that the opening is very slow. But personally speaking, I really like the part where you're hoarding the goats and things like that, because goats are just so adorable. Sacred Grove Defender. This one is honestly a little creepy. So, the Skull Kid, it's kind of a weird design. So, Skull Kid returns in Twilight Princess, and that's usually a pretty good thing, because Skull Kid is one of the best characters in the Legend of Zelda series. But his portrayal in Twilight Princess is honestly kind of creepy, and that is the whole point of the enemy design in Twilight Princess, and it really is very fitting for the whole game. But then you have moments like this where you have all these puppets and things like that, and it's kind of creepy. But again, that's not a bad thing. That's the whole point of Twilight Princess. Puppets are scary. Alright, you go with me. Who do you think you are? Who do you think you are, you stupid puppets? We really want to get this thing so I can automatically fire. That would have been a lot more useful towards the beginning of the thing. It could have been better, but it was still pretty decent round. And we're already pretty close to the silver rank anyway. Fossil Stallord battle. It's the final battle. Crush the Fossil Stallord before time runs out. And now for the final and only boss of Twilight Princess, or not Twilight Princess, Link's Crossbow training. So, this is an interesting boss fight, and the development history of it is equally interesting. So, the thing about the Stallord battle is that when they were developing this game, Shigeru Miyamoto was very clear to the developers that he did not want this to be a grand epic adventure. He wanted it to be a simple side story and things like that. And like I said before, there's nothing wrong with that. It is a very simplistic and fun game. Even if it's not quite as grand as I would have liked it, it's still a really fun time. So, it was a huge battle with the developers and Shigeru Miyamoto to let this battle be in the game. Because what they were going to do was that they wanted to make 3 boss fights, but Shigeru Miyamoto only allowed them to make 1. So, the compromise was that they could make 1 amazing boss fight, but they could only make 1. And that's a little bit unfortunate. I wish there were more in this game. That is probably my biggest complaint with Link's Crossbow training. But I still think it's a really fun game, even though there's only one boss fight. With here, we're going to make another boss fight. I'm glad they didn't use Ganondorf, because I believe, timeline-wise, this is supposed to be like some kind of sequel to Twilight Princess, at least in terms of story. Now, whether or not this game is canon is a little bit up for debate, and personally I don't consider it canon. But if it is, then it's supposed to be like some kind of sequel to Twilight Princess, and I'm glad they didn't have Ganondorf or any other big bad guy as the main boss fight. Oh, dang it. Ah, boy. Okay, we can do this. Except we can't, because we're almost out of time. Why is there a time limit on this boss fight? That's dumb. Well, even with all that, we still got a silver rank, so that's not bad at all. Now, the thing is, it would be kind of lame to not be able to defeat that boss during the finale. So I'm actually going to go back and I'm going to try that again on practice mode. I guess they did kind of make two boss fights with this game, because they did have that one Darknet enemy in the previous level. So in a way they did kind of have like a mid-boss, even if there's only one traditional boss fight in this game. So a bit of a fun story that I have about this is that when I was a kid, I could not beat this thing for the life of me. I was always super stressed out about the time limit, and it seemed like I just could never get through this quick enough. So hopefully today we can fix that. Now I have actually beaten this on my own time, because I have another save file on the regular Wii. I'm playing this on Wii U. So hopefully we'll be able to make up for my lack of not being able to beat this when I was a kid. Hopefully we'll have enough time. Come on. Yeah, we did it! We did it. We did it. Oh yeah. Now eating here tonight. Woo! Eating here tonight. Woo! Now eating here tonight. We're on a diet. And you can see that I was actually moving around and dancing because my cursor is on screen. Yay! Right. We're number one! So the rest of this video is going to be us going through the previous levels to go over any potential alternate routes that we have missed throughout our journey. So while we do that, let's go over our thoughts on the project. So Link's Crossbow training, it's not a mind-blowing game or anything like that, and I wouldn't rank it on my top 5 favorite Zelda games or anything like that, but I gotta say, I really enjoyed playing through this, because playing through this for you guys really made me see just how fun this game is. It's not a big grand epic adventure or anything like that, but it's still a really fun spin-off, and I would love to see something like this again someday. So this definitely became a case of I liked the game when I first started playing it, but I loved it when I finished us playing it. So thank you all so much for watching this, and thank you, the Otaku artist, for having a birthday so that I can do this. I don't know if she's been watching this by the time that I'm uploading this video, but if you have been watching this Otaku artist, then thank you for everything during Splatoon 2 and Tomb Raider Underworld. This entire Let's Play was done as a thank you for helping me with those projects. So, yay! Now, it's a bit too soon to go into any detail about any potential future projects, so all I'll say is stay tuned to the channel for more The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, Spyro 2 Ripto's Rage, and Splatoon 2. And Link's Crossbow training, I would just like to confirm right now, this is not the only Let's Play that I'm planning out in the near future that's being done specifically as a thank you to somebody else. So thank you all so much for watching this Let's Play of Link's Crossbow training, and until next time, lead the gear to you. Oh yeah.